Okay, so I'm going to try recording a Minecraft video. Um, Kids and I have a lot of fun playing on our local server, and we have a nice little world set up. I'm going to try and do a demo video, just test out the recording software, and open that up and get into that. So let's see if I can find it here. The kids create a lot of worlds. Oh, and I can potentially update my Optifine. That's nice. Get rid of that. Go away. Alright. Sorry, I have pretty clearly one of the kids has been playing because this is not my inventory. Looks like probably my daughter's stuff. And hopefully I'm not going to be too awkward here because I am not used to playing in full screen. Should actually probably turn some of my settings down. I recognize where I am, so let's get over to the town. Maybe I'll cut this part out if I can figure out how to do that. Ah, there's the town. You can see my house there. Zoom in with Optifine. There's my house, and my son's house over here. He has kind of a come-as-you-are type construction style. His place is mostly made of wood there, though. And over there's Town Hall. That was our apartment building that we kind of lived in after we moved out of our first smaller house. And there behind Town Hall, you can see my daughter's house, Michaela. So I guess there's a nice little fountain that I built to be part of the town square. Why is this water behaving weirdly? Okay, I'll have to come back and check that. Somebody place a source block or something? Why is that doing that? It's not flowing across. Oh. Hang on. Okay, why is the music way up like that? Actually, I'm going to turn it off for now. Or turn it down really low. There. Turn it down really low. Alright. Yeah. So, am I just imagining it? This is weird, right? I'll come back and mess with it. Alright. Here is a mailbox system that Michaela set up for she and I. Do I have any mail? Ooh. Oh, hey, did you borrow my clothes? Don't borrow my stuff. I have to look into that. So yeah. This is our town. Jeffrey has made some additions after our first trip to the Nether. You can see the children have conveniently situated a Nether portal right here in my front yard, so it can make interesting noises for me. Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, after our first trip to the Nether, Jeffrey set up some very interesting lighting options here for us. Let's go in and see if there's anything in my mailbox. Nope. But I'm sure that Michaela will be using her mail system to send things to me for a while. It's my doorbell. I'm pretty proud of that. Pretty happy with that. Fireplace. Some cake that Michaela has left me. I think everybody got cake at one point or another. People like to stop by and eat my cake, but then she usually replaces it. My furnaces. Sometimes the kids will leave cool things in my furnace. Usually not on purpose. Sometimes the kids will also jack up the sensitivity on the mouse. It's normal today, though. We do typically play in peaceful in this village. Unless we are deliberately hunting for mob drops, because it is kind of a nice little community we have here, and we don't really want creepers blowing everything up. Then Daddy has to bust out his supplies of dirt and go fill in holes. Got a nice... I think it's a pretty nice little place. You see the little woven rug, pattern rug that we have on the floor, with various colors here. Kind of a an oval shape with different rings of color. And you got your blocks, natural blocks, created blocks, crafted blocks. Over here are my items, and then up here are my supplies for if I have to head out adventuring or if I'm going to make anything. Pretty happy with this pick. Just got a few days ago. I think it's a level 24 enchant, I want to say. Anyways, pretty good. My bookshelf. It's a really nice bookshelf mod that I found. I can't remember what it's called exactly. I think it's just enhanced bookshelves or enhanced books. It actually had a few names: enhanced books, XP books, by Snore, and it is updated for 1.4.7. Here is an enchanted book I found in a dungeon chest, my diary, and another book that I have been. I was actually writing out of game and decided to try putting it in game a little bit and see if I could get a little work done on it, but have not really been doing much with that, I'm afraid. Diary of different actions and other things that have going on in the game. So I like to write in this at the end of every play session. That's nice. Put that back away. You cannot shift click to put things into these bookcases, or it will you get a duplication glitch. It will place the item, but it will leave a ghost in your inventory that when you then try to click on it, it will disappear. It's just an annoying visual bug, so I try not to do that. Up here is the loft, sleeping loft. Oh, and someone has removed a section of the floor. That's nice. This used to be, that was a one wide hole. My glass window is my most recent addition to the house. It lets me, I can see Jeffrey's place from here. You can see his window that he's put up with the supply chest right inside full of eggs. He told me that was to throw eggs at people, so I have placed a sign over top of the window that says, "Danger, eggs." And there's the path that he built to connect our two houses. Gravel path, and he then placed glowstone and torches once he got hold of some glowstone. My frame rate is still not great. Very playable, but not the best. Alright, and of course my valuables chest. I have my... Yeah, this is where my clothing should have been that's in that chest outside. I'm not really happy that Michaela borrowed it, but I guess I must have logged off still wearing it, so she mailed it back to me, and that was nice of her. I do have quite a bit of redstone here. I haven't done anything too complicated yet. Doorbell is the most ambitious thing I've done, and it seriously required, less than 10 pieces of redstone. But yeah, I'm, hopefully in the future I'll be doing some projects. So, decent bit of coal, as you see. My iron. I'm very happy with these melon seeds. Got those from a dungeon chest. The lapis, you mine it, but it's blue dye, right? So I had 2 stacks and a partial stack, and it was more space efficient to convert all as much as I could to blocks. They're not actually that pretty though, so I haven't used them for flooring or anything. It is what it is. An extra redstone lamp I have. Ender pearls, which, unlike the kids, I get fairly by actually killing endermen. It's kind of a sore point sometimes in our world that they like to go into creative and do things, which I'm not a fan of in survival worlds. Sticky balls, slime balls for my sticky pistons, which I have yet to use. And this isn't actually all of my diamonds. I have another 9 diamonds, which are not here, and I have 18 emeralds that you don't see here. And that is because I have, potentially this is my own spruce wood plank right here. Cobblestone, mossy cobble, as you can see, I got from a dungeon. Obsidian that Jeffrey has given to me. Very nice of him. Music disc. Another dungeon find. I didn't get that from a creeper. Yeah, this potentially is my own spruce wood, and you know what? I'm just gonna... Even if it isn't, I'm gonna borrow a piece. I'm gonna... Oh, but that should be planks. Duh. Have to... Oh, I have more planks downstairs. I do get a lot of Jeffrey stopping in, when he likes to... Alright, that was... Oops. I'm on peaceful. I'm already healed. Yes, I do have a nice view of the sunset from my window. Our beautiful square sun. But yeah, Jeffrey likes to stop in and have sleepovers. He will stop at whatever house that he's nearby when night comes up, and he will declare a sleepover. So I now have a double bed so that we can can have sleepovers more efficiently. And I'm thinking of adding a guest area over here, maybe with or without, you know, a chest for people to keep their stuff in if they're staying overnight, and with some beds. I originally was going to expand this and make a whole second floor, and had not planned on a sleeping loft setup like this, but you know, I think it really works pretty nicely with kind of the frontier look of the house. And I don't know, I think sometimes about expanding the house. Chug, chug, chug. I think sometimes about expanding the house back this way, but there's actually a hillside back behind there, not too far from the house. When I built the house, I built it, you know, partially. I did have to excavate a little bit and level the land here. And so if I were to build out from the back, there would be this issue. I would have to either lose some of the hill or, you know, sort of build into the hill, which I don't think would provide a nice look. I have thought before about making a deck coming out, you know, off the second floor this direction, but I don't know, it's something to think about. And then I will quickly show off the downstairs of my place. Oh, this water feature, by the way, was not here originally. I came in one day and the kids had so thoughtfully added me a big, you know, I think there was. We have really irregular landscape around here. Let me just say that with the, you know, we just have strange holes in places. Nobody makes these holes. These holes just happen. I don't really get it. And there were actually a lot. Stupid mushroom. How do these things keep escaping? I filled in a lot of strange holes that were here, but you can still see in some places, you know, there will just be random holes, and it used to be a lot worse than it is. You're not getting the full impact of what it was like. Pretty much this section here is what the whole place used to look like, this whole area. I mean, they were just big random holes of random shapes and sizes. I don't know. But as I excavated my basement, and here's our little pond. Somebody has been borrowing a lot of water from this pond. Decorative border that Michaela has put around our portal using nether materials, soul sand, glowstone, and netherrack. And Jeffrey has added the easy access steps. I think this actually allows you to run through the nether portal. Like, not to transfer, but to just pass through. Woo! Haha! So there. Yeah, I came back one day and there had been a weird hole here, you know. And it turned out that the kids had regularized the shape of it and made it a nice... what is this, 4 wide? Yeah, a nice 4 wide by however long this is. The house is 15 long, so... This might actually also be 14 long, or 15 long. Yeah, it is. A nice 4x15 pond, and then I set up a bridge across it. You know, it's kind of close to the front door. It might be nice if I had a little more space here, but this is pretty good, I think. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let me grab my clothes. What am I wearing? Nothing. Okay. And, yeah, thanks for the wood. Blue boots. Much better. You know what? I don't have to... See, that chest right there, we each have a little mailbox outside our house. You know, Michaela's got one there, and I've got one here, and Jeffrey does over at his place. And they're useful, you know, if everyone likes to use my computer, because it is the best quality computer in the house, even though everyone's got their own. And so, you know, sometimes you log in and you have somebody else's stuff, and you can usually tell by what the stuff is, who has been playing. So, you know, you just go and drop the stuff off in a chest at somebody else's house, but it's a little weird going around inside somebody else's house. So, what we do is we just go and leave the things in a chest outside the person's house. But, you know, this is nice to... This actually is a nice feature that Michaela has added for me. Although I might put my push button on the side here or something. And that will now go back to her place to be delivered. Not a bad job for somebody in elementary. And then she can take her stuff out and send it back. My daughter's also a Girl Scout, so she had been... We did pretty well with Girl Scout cookie sales this year. And she decided she wanted to have some Girl Scout cookies going on in Minecraft. So she has been collecting cookies, and I happen to have some cocoa beans, and I found out how to make a cocoa bean farm. So I created a lot of cocoa beans and used them to make a lot of cookies with my surplus of wheat that I had. You know, being that we're in peaceful most of the time, we don't actually use a lot of food. So I had a lot of wheat left over, and I put a chest here with a lot of cookies in that said "Cookies Forever, Scouting for Life," something like that. And she has taken the chest and the cookies and replaced it with a sign that says "Thanks." So that's nice. The only other thing to show off about my house, God, it's so nice to have my BlueBoots. How great is that? That's right, BlueBoots. That's me. I made Michaela a silly pink outfit for her to wear. The kids didn't realize you could dye leather armor. So we suddenly had a severe shortage of cows in our town, which makes it difficult to build a decent bookcase. But the kids also brought me a picture and hung it up, and this wasn't the picture, but it was... spooky noise. Must be nighttime. The kids brought me a picture and hung it up, and it wasn't this one. It was one of those big ones like people will use to hide a secret passageway. But I like this one. It sort of fits, you know, it's centered, and it keeps the house nice and symmetrical, which is something I'm looking for. Yeah, I've thought about replacing this with some netherrack under there and then lighting it to make a real fireplace. And I think actually if I could fit torches inside the top of the chimney somehow, I would have to expand it or something. Then I could have smoke rising from the chimney a bit, you know, with the smoke effect from the torches. The other thing about my house that I want to show off quick is the basement. So I don't have a lot of storage. You know, I envisioned it as a storage area, but I don't have too much storage here right now. This chest I think is totally full of cobblestone. Yep. And this chest is mostly full of cobblestone. And this one's got all the dirt and gravel. This is just pretty much overflow storage from my block chest upstairs, because the block chest has got, you know, my like working supplies or supplies on hand. This is my natural block chest. You know, I have this smooth stone. Technically is a natural block, even though I crafted this, so it's in there. You know, cobbled dirt. I could probably take some of this cobble downstairs. Honestly, I don't really keep more than 3 or 4 stacks up here at a time. Like I said, dirt, oak wood, spruce wood. This is a really spruce wooded area that we have here, and you know, the oak and birch trees are not common. I don't care for the look of birch wood, either the logs or the planks, but we do try and keep it from dying out in the area by keeping a few trees planted. And I have a nice oak forest that I planted myself behind the house. So then I have my sand that I've just collected. This is all the sand I have. Working gravel, the glowstone that I haven't really used. I don't like the look at all of placed glowstone. You may have noticed that I used redstone lamps upstairs, and I just have a hollow spot in the roof beam above them with redstone torches placed. I'm not going to break it and show you, but so they're always on. There's no light switch or anything. And then I have my stocks of netherrack. Some wool that I have yet to dye. I do have a lot of dyes. We've started a rainbow sheep farm, but right now I just have this white stuff. Oakwood planks. My iron. I debated on making a room out of iron. I think that might look cool. You know, like as a trophy room or whatever. But honestly, I just haven't gotten around to smelling this yet. You saw I had a lot of stacks of iron upstairs. I don't really need to. Can I grab... Oh, I totally do have some spruce wood here. We'll fix my sleeping loft. Bricks. You have no idea how long it took me to collect all this clay. It was horrible. But I have more than enough bricks for my fireplace, and people can come and can ask me for those if they want right now. A lot of orange wool. I think the kids got this for me from Desert Temples. Blue wool, too. Chiseled sandstone. Jeffrey loves to give because it's got the creeper face. Smooth sandstone. Sandstone stairs. The kids did a lot of theft from the local desert village, so I went and repaired that, and actually was able to successfully increase the villager population. We have a new villager in the town now. So these are some leftovers from my project. I don't like glass panes at all. I like glass blocks, but to stay true to the authentic style of the desert village, I used panes. Pressure plates. I think Jeffrey may have given these to me. Not sure why I have them. Cobblestone wall I was using down in the mine. Michaela stole some nether brick from a fortress and has gifted me half of it. And this is, oh, it's dyed wool. I really should manually organize this a little bit better. Inventory Tweaks does a nice job of helping me auto sort things, but yeah, I mean, the wood should be together, obviously. Stone bricks left over from when I made the fountain. Some snow blocks. I just happened to be over in the snowy area once and decided to go and grab that stuff in case I would ever want some. So fix that so I can actually walk around up here a little better. And let's see. Go and show off. You've seen what's in these chests. Yes. Nice house here. Behind this wall is the, behind I think this area, is the doorbell. Doorbell system. Right over top this beam, since that's the center, should be the front door. And, you know, back wall, front wall. So right over that, 3 blocks up I want to say, is the front door. And here's where my mailbox sits, and here's where the doorbell button is. And then there's wiring that goes down behind this. And there are some note boxes over there. I'm not going to break it because I can't remember what's important. I don't want to mess anything up. I don't think I hung anything on the wall, but you know, there's maybe some redstone resting on some things. I used to have a lever here to open and close this, but it made me sort of nervous to think that somebody could close me in there. I mean, you can always punch your way out, but that's annoying. So at one point, you know, after a week or so, one of the kids came by and borrowed the lever. I think they were using the room and just grabbed the lever by accident. So it really was a better idea to replace this with a button system. I would appreciate the delay more on the wooden button, since it leaves things open for time and a half as long. That's pretty quick to be getting through a door like that. But yeah, it works so far, and I honestly do not want to mess around with redstone wiring right here. I would need to build some like thick, ugly walls for that to work. So you can get in and out just fine by hitting that button. And a pressure plate would sort of ugly up the floor, I think. My bookcases. I actually slapped down, you know, 3 or 4 bookcases here. 3, I think, just 3 bookcases I had here. And I came back one day, and the kids had filled in the whole back. So they gifted me with 5 bookcases, and then, you know, it just grew day by day. And it turned out that the kids had given me, I think, a total of 8 bookcases. I came then and added 4 more. And, you see, I have not done the room totally, because this is like birchwood, I think. Maybe it's oak. I really like the darker look of the spruce wood, or even the cherry wood of the jungle trees. So I was gonna, you know, complete the circuit. I haven't yet. These are just planks, or not planks, but blocks. But you can have various levels of enchanting on here. Obviously, you can't enchant cobblestone, but it is what it is. Ooh, freaky noise, nice. But you can adjust the level of enchantment that you want to get. So, and that blends in nicely then with the blocks. You know, the tops of these blend in. I did say I have upstairs the enhanced bookshelf from the enhanced bookshelf mod. That does not currently contribute knowledge to the enchantment table. It will not, you know, feed glyphs into it to increase the enchantment level. The developer is working on adding that, but to do that, she would have to allow those bookcases to totally overwrite the default bookcase, and she hasn't had time to work on it because that's not a great solution. Yeah, so hey, is that a joined texture on purpose? And that's pretty obviously 2 different bookcases, but it's got that yellow book on it like that. That's pretty cool. I wonder if that's Optifine doing that or what. Yeah, I did. I'm not going to destroy this again because it was enough trouble to build. But yeah, back behind here I have stair steps that go down, and then redstone wire runs across right here and shoots off, I want to say, along there and along there. Using the, I don't know if it's a glitch or an intended feature, that pistons will activate by having something 1 block up from which to actually activate them. Either that or they're just being powered through a powered block that's right. I guess probably... Is there seriously a mushroom behind my house? There is, because over there's the pond and there was one hopping around. Darn it. Anyway, redstone on a block will power the block that it's on. And you know, the blocks are next to the pistons, so they just extend. So off, on. And actually, if you want to get an enchant right under level 20, I mean, depending on how much experience you have, it looks like Michaela has me up to 10 levels of XP right now. You know, depending on how much experience you want to invest in something, if you want to get an enchant of like level 18 or 19, you really need to have this down, and then the middle option in the enchanting table will give you that, and you can always get like a level 5 or 6 enchant up here, and with the bookcases up, you can get an enchant of over 20 here. You know, so that's how the enchanting room works. Lots of nice light in here. Alright, so that's my place, and I think I'll probably cut the video here because I feel like it's getting kind of long, especially for something that was just supposed to be a test. And maybe I'll come back and make another video showing off the rest of the town. Oh, I never did drop these blocks off downstairs. Let me go and do that quick. This chest is the one that's not quite full, and I miscalculated how much it would take to fill it, but that's fine. We don't need to fill it right now. And usually when I log out, I go and I toss my clothes in this chest up here, just in case somebody else is about to use the character, and they don't have to worry about messing with or not messing with my stuff. And I go, this is my computer, so I sort of maintain, you know, I go and stand right here, and then I will log out. So, thanks for watching my first video, and hope this worked out the way I wanted it to. And, yeah, thanks.